To move or not to move, that is the question. Coming onto the straight at Calafat, the bike gets slightly out of shape and develops a bit of a speed wobble. At normal speed, doesn't look that dramatic. However, when you slow the image down, you can see how much the bike's moving and how much effect it has on me. It leads you to think, is the dog wagging its tail, or is the tail actually starting to wag the dog? I think sometimes when the bike gets slightly out of shape, it moves your body and your mass starts to wriggle, and you can see in the second part of the footage here how much wriggle I've got in my body. Then that wriggle is transferred through the handlebars back to the bike and destabilizes the bike even more. When I'm coaching with a client, I spend quite a lot of time explaining how important it is to try and relax on the bike, and this is kind of a classic example. If you can relax on the bike there, the bottom half of your body can move, but because you're not gripping the bars too tight, then it doesn't get transferred back through the bars into the bike. If you're still gripping like you're hanging onto something which is trying to kill you, any movement at all that you have gets put straight back through the bars and into the bike, and it can actually accelerate the process even more. There's another question I often get asked about body position, and that is, when should you and should you not move on and off the bike? Now, if you watch this video of me around Calafat here, there's been lots of times, for instance, on a short straight after the right hand corner, a short straight into another right hand corner, I don't particularly move my bum at all. I leave my bum hanging off. What I do is bring my knee in and then bring my shoulders slightly in line. So when I arrive at the second of the two right-handers, say, all I literally have to do is fold my knee out again and then lean my shoulders slightly into the corner. It does save a lot of energy, to be honest, otherwise the constant moving around on the bike, you're obviously burning energy all the time. And in any race or any track day event even, after sort of 20 minutes or so, you're starting to get tired, so if you can save any energy at all on the bike, it's obviously a bonus. Body position is quite a big topic, and to be honest, I think a lot of people get hung up on the idea of, do I need to, do I have to, how much do I lean, where do I position myself, and so on and so forth. I'm kind of a little bit old school in this respect. I move around a little bit on the bike, and I move the majority of my body to counterbalance what the bike's trying to do. Maybe get a few more degrees, get the bike upright a little bit more, that sort of thing. But the idea of it really is to work in conjunction with counter steer and your body position, so that the two work together. I don't think you should rely on any one thing. Getting the pair to work together, pushing the bars slightly and moving your body weight at the same time, tends to work for me. I tend to move my bum much more than I kind of move my upper part of my body. You can see how for here I've gone around the left hand, bum's gone over to the left. I'll actually be moving my shoulders slightly over to the left as well, so I'm looking effectively down the left hand side of the screen. And then when I'm going around a right hander, I'll slide my bum over to the right, knee out obviously, just look down the right hand side of the screen. I think if you're a really lightweight rider, say if you're sub 60 kilos, you have to move around on the bike a lot more to have the same effect as a larger rider, say up to 100 kilos or more, only moving half the amount. I'm not totally convinced that the Marquez technique of clamping yourself to the side of the bike is an absolute requirement. Maybe at his level it is, but the average track day guy, I'm sure if they just ride like they're having a really fast ride out in the country, move the body weight from side to side, develop and understand the idea of counter steer and how it works, and I'm sure then they'll have a great day. It's interesting watching the gyro footage, just how much the bike moves around underneath you. And to be honest, the image that you see with the gyro camera is exactly what you actually see, because your head is a bit like the opposite end of the pendulum. It's moving with the camera as opposed to with the bike. Hanging off and climbing all over the bike helps you look stylish for the track day photographer, and for some people they think they have to do it just to get the fast lap time in. Personally, I find it tiring and a lot of effort. I like to be relaxed on the bike and conserve my energy. Personally, I'm not interested in getting my elbow down. To be quite honest, getting my knee down is quite a rare thing, except for some circuits where you have to drag your knee because the bike's over for so long. If you watch how the two cameras illustrate what's happening with the bike and my body, you can see that I'm using my body in sympathy with the bike, moving but less erratic and more controlled. Have a watch at some more of the video and let me know what you think.